Okay, today I am using the Impressions Abloom Bundle. There's the stamp set. I really, really, really like this stamp set. It is, as you could see, and I'm going to show you today, two-step stamping. You guys know I love two-step stamping. This was the first thing that attracted me to Stampin' Up. I thought that this was such an easy way to stamp. I think we got our first two-step stamping stamp set, I want to say 28 years ago. That sounds about right, about 28 years ago. And I think I've bought every single one that Stampin' Up! Has carried. This is a photopolymer set. And then these are the dies. So you see that you can cut out all the flowers, you can cut out leaves. It comes with a lot, these dies do. But what I love is I love this oval, or a square circle. I don't know what to call it, but I call it an oval. Let me get that out of the way. I need this one because we're going to be using it. And then I am going with one of my favorite color palettes, Timid Tiger, which is a new ink color. And then I'm using Pool Party. I'm using Peach Pie. And I'm using Lemon Lolly. So we are doing a very soft card today. I'm using a Peach Pie cardstock. And remember, all of this is in the instructions. And then last week, I promised you that I would try to use this gorgeous vellum from the Floral and Gingham Vellum. And I just love this vellum. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to adhere the mat to the inside of the card so I don't forget. And then at the very end here, I have a funny to share with you. At least I think it's hysterically funny. Okay, so I'm going to put this mat on the inside of the card. Whoops, I just moved it. Let's see if I could straighten that up. Oh, Joan, I'm so glad you love the colors. Good morning, Jeanette. How are you, my friend? And then I'm going to take the next mat. These were both the same size. And I am going to glue this to the front of the card. Okay, so we got that in. I don't want that to move. And then I'm going to show you my trick with vellum. First of all, I'm going to put liquid adhesive right in the center because I want to show you that when you put this down, it will show. See how that shows? So what I'm going to do, it doesn't matter because I'm going to cover that up. But I want to show you what I do with vellum. So I'm going to take a little bit of my glue and I'm going to take a sponge and I'm just going to pick up glue and I am going, this is my silicone mat. You guys know I love my silicone mat. And when this glue dries, it will, it'll rub right off. Okay, so let me get that out of the way since I've got glue on there. And you can see when you put glue, your vellum will start to curl, particularly for those of us here in the Pacific Northwest, because, oh goodness, guys, I gave myself a 1/16 of an inch, and that may not have been the smartest thing I've ever done. Let's try that. When there's a lot of moisture in the air, then honestly, vellum starts to curl, especially when you put something wet like glue on it. So now you cannot even see any of the glue. Isn't that cool? So again, just use your silicone mat. Then you can see I've got glue here that's dried and that'll rub right off when I'm done. And then just take a sponge, paper towel, whatever you've got, and put a thin layer on it. Okay? So now we have the front of our card done. All righty. And I am going to take this piece of basic white cardstock. And I've got the mini cutting machine today because it fits into the camera better. And fortunately, this die this is about 3 1/4 inches wide the mat, and this die is about 3 1/8. Okay, so your sandwich is, let me hold it up. I don't have much room to work here. So my sandwich is the gray mat, acrylic plate, cardstock with the die, and then the acrylic plate again. And I'm just going to run this through. Now, one pass should do it, but what you can do is you could flip it over and you could see if it cut, and it didn't, then run it through upside down. Does that make sense? You don't need to run your dies through your cut and emboss machine 50 times. It's not necessary. And it doesn't dull the dies, but the more you use them, the more issues you're going to have. So, okay, so I am going to bring over my scratch paper. I'm going to kind of put it right here so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to bring in the 2 smallest flowers. If you want, and you have trouble lining your flowers up, what you could do, guys, and let me see if I can do this so it lines it up nicer. What you could do is just take a marker and put a little dot on your block so that you'll know which way is which way. And that way, you'll know which way to have the blocks go. Okay, too much stuff here. I am going to stamp first in Timid Tiger, the sentiment. Okay, so I'm going to put this up a little bit higher than I normally would. There we go. Hopefully that's straight. If not, oh well. Then I'm going to take Pool Party, and I'm going to take the detailed stamp. Yeah, I'm going to have to put this under here, actually. And I am just going to randomly stamp it. Try to leave some room here. You'll notice that most of these I'm stamping off. Yeah, that should be good. And then I'm going to take the bold one, and I'm going to tap it off. I think it should be this way. Let's see. So I'm inking it up, I'm tapping it off, and I'm tapping it over. See, just like that. And that way you don't need 2 ink pads, and you also don't have to worry if it's perfect. I think one of the problems people get into with 2-step stamping is they think it has to be perfectly placed. It does not. I promise you. Okay, then I'm going to take the peach pie. And oh, hi, Susie. How are you? And I'm going to take the bold flower, and I'm going to use the peach pie. There we go. Ooh, I'm going to barely fit this in here. Woo! And you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. I want another one right there. I want to try to fill up some of this white space. And then I'm going to take the bold one. Let me see. I want to make sure I've got it lined up first. Okay. And then I'm going to tap it off. You can also line up the circle if you want. Let me just add a little bit more here. I'm just going to do the bold to kind of give it a little bit more color. Okay. I'm missing something right here, and that's driving me crazy. So I think what I'm going to do is just do that. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. Okay, then I am going to close my ink pad because otherwise I'll put my finger in it. And now I'm using Lemon Lolly. And I'm going to put that just right in the center of all the flowers. And that's fast and easy. That's what I love about 2-step stamping, is I love how quick and easy it is. So we are done with that part of it. These are very light colors. If you wanted bolder flowers, this would look great in a lot of different colors. I just wanted to use the Pool Party gingham, so that's why I went with this. Okay. This is the, it's supposed to be the light Shy Shamrock But you know what? I, by mistake, pulled the shaded spruce, which is much darker. But you know what? I'm going to go with it. So I'm going to take the lid off, and I am going to, let me do this on the scratch paper first so you can see. And I am going to just flick. See how I got the little flicking here? And yes, it leaves ink on the inside of your lid. But what you do is you just, you can clean that off when you're done. I just wanted a little bit of extra filling in that white space. Okay, so this part is done. Okay, now what I'm going to do, and I have to tell you, I struggled with this. Let me get rid of this. This ribbon, I'm not struggling with the ribbon, but what I am struggling with, let me just get rid of this, is it's hard to place this ribbon because it's straight and I wanted it down here, but then the ribbon starts to slip. So what I decided to do, and let me pull these off in advance so that I've got that done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the ribbon around, and I really want this lower, but I'm finding that that doesn't work real well. And I'm just going to tape one end to the back. Make sure it's straight. Ah, that's good. Put it on the back. Take the other piece of tape and kind of make it tight as I can. And then I'm going to take another piece of ribbon and I'm going to feed it through. I could tie a bow, but you guys know I'm horrible at bows. So I'm just going to make it a knot. Quick and easy. Don't have to worry about the thing slipping, which is what I kept having issues with. There we go. All done. Okay. And now all we have to do is add this to the card. I'm going to use quite a few Stampin' dimensionals, more than I normally would use, because I really want this to stand up on the vellum, kind of give it that depth. And I'm actually going to go ahead and make sure that that tape stays down. Put that right there. I hope you guys could see this okay. Now, I could have put, I'm not going to, I could have put gems on here, but honestly, I thought between the ribbon and using the blend to kind of put little speckles on it, it was enough. Sometimes you can overdo things. Sometimes you just have to say to yourself, less is more. And let me put this right in the center, hopefully. And there we go, guys. There is your finished card. What do you think? Okay. Oh, I forgot to do something. Oh, can I get it off? Nope. Oh, poo. Okay, well, I'm going to show you the original sample. I was going to sponge the edge of this with Pool Party because I wanted to show you a different color, but I got carried away. Okay, here's why I did not show you this card originally. Guess what, guys? I did my card upside down. Anybody ever do that? Which is why I didn't show it to you originally. But you could see if you wanted to sponge it, I sponged along the edges. So check out how I sponged it. And after I did it, I thought, you know what? I really would have preferred that in Pool Party. So I was going to edge this in Pool Party. And I totally forgot. Darn. Hold on. I always forget to bring out my cards. Now, these will eventually be on the blog. Move these over. Here's one with the oval again in darker colors. Berry Burst and, believe it or not, Crumb Cake. So I kind of like those colors. And I love the use of the basic beige ribbon. I don't use that ribbon enough, and I really need to. Okay, here's another one in soft pastels. I love these gems. Can you see those gems? Not really. They're so pretty in person. Look at how they pick up the light. So you guys can't really see how much they shine, but they add a lot. Here's another one using the dies and the new mini corrugated embossing folder. And this one, I love these dies. Look how pretty these dies are. Aren't they gorgeous? I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that one. And oh, I'm glad you like the different assortment of cards. I appreciate that, Naran. Thank you. All right, my friends, I hope you've had a great morning already, that you're enjoying your drink of choice. And I'll be back next week with another handmade card. I'll be back on Sunday with another Step It Up stamping. I can't wait to share this Step It Up stamping with you. It is going to be so much fun. And have a great rest of your week. Have a fabulous Memorial Day weekend. Wishing you lots of joy. Hopefully you get to spend it with people you love. And I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.